This is Mobile Tycoon, where we will be releasing a flip phone, the first flip phone in the world. In the last episode, we created the good phone, which made us a bit of money, but we are still just triple the amount that we had in the beginning. And for that, we even had to scale up our offices, and we want to grow even further, more than just an 8-man operation. And hopefully we can do that with a flip phone, which we're going to check out now. So I'm going to call this the Flipflop, and it's going to be the Flipflop 1. Let's see what we can do with it. So we're going to start with the best option in terms of processor. We're going to get this Qualcomm processor. We're going to get, of course, Android and not this Windows phone thing. Then we are going to do all the upgrades that we can do. We don't have that much unlocked yet, but we have a lot of research points. So maybe if this one is a success, we can create a way better phone with all the upgrade points that we still have if we spend them. So we can increase memory, of course. The flip screen needs a lot of calculation power, but there's also a lot of upgrades we cannot do. We're going to include a charger, 15-watt charger, and we are going to offer a color, and let's call it sand blue. This is our color, and it's complaining about the volume button not being positioned. Let's just put it here, then it's happy. And so far the manufacturing just costs 340, so that's pretty good. We can we move the company logo? Maybe not. Logo location, yes, let's put it here. Let's put it at the bottom. Perfect. And then we're going to sell it. Of course, it's going to be a premium product, so we're going to be in this premium category at 175% markup. I would really like to make it more expensive, but I don't think that the market is really going to let us do that. So first release at $600. That's really, really reasonable. Let's get it developed and hope that it sells. And if it does, we're going to spend a ton of... Office was on fire when developing this phone. We're going to spend a ton of research points into making the phone really, really perfect, and then hopefully also a bit more expensive. At the same time, the good phone 7 is almost selling out. This is the last normal phone we made. But now, the big moment, the flip-flop phone is ready. I can't really afford a presentation. They are way too expensive for me. And let's just go in with 80,000 copies and hope the market likes this phone. It complains that it's more expensive than the competitor, but the competitor is a normal phone. And the reviews are not looking too great, but I still hope that the phone will just sell. And yes, I think it already made profit quite quickly. So it's still in the negative, but we're making like 7 million a day. So this flip phone is a really good success, the Flipflop 1. So let's analyze it and see where we should spend our resources. So they're happy with the size, that's good. The screen could be better. The camera is fine, but they want better slow motion. Okay. And like in general, a lot of things could be better. So let's start. So the screen was fine, so we keep it this way. The camera, the slow motion could be better, so this just costs 20 research points. That's not a problem. The same as the stabilization, we can just get it. Now we can get better memory. Let's get, well, the question is what to get now. Do we get a lot of small upgrades or one crazy big upgrade? For example, either it's going to be portrait mode or it's going to be Touch ID. And I think the play is going to be portrait mode. And then another memory clock upgrade. Get that in. And wait for 20 research points so we can get a bit more storage. Now we can create an even better phone. And we will do so with the Flipflop. Not W. Maybe someday X, but Flipflop 2. Still same processor. Maybe we can negotiate a better price on it. Yes, we save $2 on the processor. That's good. We can now do some upgrades to the previous phone. We can add portrait mode. That's nice. We can increase slow motion. We can make better optical stabilization. Cameras, we can't really change anything yet. We can add better memory type, but the processor does not support the selected memory. So that's an issue because we wasted just a lot of research points, but there's nothing we can do about that. So that will be for a future phone. And these are already all the upgrades we can make, but we can release a new color. And this time it's going to be chameleon green. Yes, that's what it's going to be. And we can sell it for 180%, possibly. Well, let's keep it at the same price, but create more of it. That way we are de-risking the entire operation and hopefully not just create tons of phones that people won't buy. The Flipflop 1 almost sold out, and over its lifetime it made 20 million, which is more than the usual phone we used to do. So this appears to be a great success. And the Flipflop 2 is around the corner, of which we will produce a ton of them. So we have it out, no presentation, but we're going to do 130,000 copies compared to, I think, 80,000 copies of the previous phone. So let's release it, and people like it. That's really, really good, because that will mean people will also buy it. They still don't like the camera. They still don't like that it has outdated technologies, and that's basically it. And they like the price. So it's doing good. Price to manufacturability. We should actually produce more of it to get that score up. But the benchmark looks good, and the benchmark overall makes it the 4th most powerful phone on the entire market. So that is most definitely a win. While this is selling, we could skip in another good phone 9 to not lose out on that market, and maybe test out some new technology, like the new processor that was developed. And hopefully this processor can also house, well, we're going to add the portrait mode, slow motion, the stabilization. I am hoping that it can house the new memory type, and yes, it can. Indeed, it can hold the new memory type that we have for it, and we will sell it at 140% markup. This is now going to be the budget option, just so that people enter our ecosystem, and at the end of the day hopefully buy the new Flipflop phone 3, which looks to be really, really popular. It's making for sure a lot of money. I think we started this episode with around like 20 million, and now we're already up to 60. So I think we will get easily up to 100, and that would be a great success with even more research points to spend. Our company was involved in a major financial scandal. Well, we're not going to do anything. We had to pay 6 million and we lost some fans. Not too good, but we can release a new phone, no presentation. And we are going to build, this will be our most popular phone. We will build 160,000 copies of it, and people don't like it. That might be an issue because we just spent a ton of money on it. But one thing, it's the best phone on the market. So hopefully it will not flop completely, because we need the money to build the Flipflop 3, which, as the name suggests, for sure will be a success. But the good phone 9 is not selling too hot. We probably lost a ton of money yet. Yes, 30 million. Basically the amount of profit we made on the Flipflop 2. But it will increase. It will become better. So now we do some upgrades that we can put that in the new phone, in the new flip phone. So Touch ID, let's get that in. Memory clock speed, get that up. Memory size, get that up. And that way we already spent everything. And it will mean we are going to develop the Flipflop 3. We keep the new manufacturer, MediaRack. We're going to have Android 3, hopefully for a tiny bit cheaper. Yes, they accept it. And we're going to add the new upgrades that we have compared to the previous phone, which will be mainly the processor, the memory type. Yes, we couldn't do in the previous one. The memory size, the memory clock, we get that in, we will have Touch ID in the phone. Yes, that's a win. And I think that is all this phone will have extra. Oh yes, a new color will be, oh, let's make it a darker green. This will be profit green, hopefully. We get it out. We increase the price back to 175%. It will now cost $700. Quite a lot. I think it will be the most expensive phone on the market. I'm not sure if we can see it somewhere. Companies, yes, so Apple does not have anything in this price range, but we will. And this is the Good Phone Corp. We're not close to anything these other companies do, but someday we will catch up, and maybe it will be faster if we spend a bit more on marketing in Europe and in North America. 2% effectiveness. Let's get this phone developed and hopefully make some profit. The Flipflop 3 is now developed. The Good Phone 9 is still being sold, but it's not too hot. So we're going to give a price reduction for it of 5%. I don't want to sell it out too cheaply, but at the same time, at long run, it might actually still make a profit. But now we focus on a new product, Flipflop 3, no presentation, and we're going all in again. 140,000 copies. Hope that it works out. People like this, yes, and this will for sure make a ton of profit for us. It is just the second best phone in the market, second to a new phone from a different company that was revealed, but that's fine. And it is selling a ton, actually so much so that we should probably just create the phone again with like one minor variation, because it just made us like 100 million like that. So let's spend the 200 research points that we have on video resolution, get that up, and more slow motion. So we will increase the camera and create the Flip 4, which will be exactly the same, but it will have a tiny bit better camera with a video resolution up and better slow motion. That's it. Oh, also a new color. We can't forget that. And this time it will be hopefully not losses red. Let's call it that. Keep the price the same because we're going to create a ton of this phone. We just got an achievement. We can now build factories, but that's something. I don't make refrigerators and microwaves, so I lose fans. Wait, what is this? Where can I do this? Where is it? I think it's somewhere under upgrades. Yes, I can now build factories for 25 million. I can build factories and reduce production cost. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to focus on the release of the new Flipflop, which hopefully will put us way above 100 million and result in us having tons of money. So it's almost developed. The Good Phone 9 is still being sold. Technology rating, no presentation, 200,000 copies. Just hope it's not a flop. Yeah, people don't like it as much as the phone before, but the phone before also instantly sold out. It's not the best on the benchmarks, but I think it's better than the phone before. And it's selling okay, I think. We could compare it to the phone before. So what do people not like? People don't like the camera for some reason, even though this is what I upgraded. They don't like that there are some outdated technologies, and they don't like the markup apparently, but they're happy with the price category. So I guess it will sell, and at the same time we could create the Good Phone 10 to be just a really, really good budget phone. So I will release the same phone as before. It's complaining, no operating system. We get Android 3 in there, have everything else the same, but we are going to make it really, really cheap, get it out there to maybe attract some more fans and make a tiny bit of profit. This will be the Good Phone 10 and maybe even the last of this series. The Flipflop 4 is not selling as much as expected, but I don't think there's anything we can really do about it. But our profits at least are up and we're really making money in this office. We have the Good Phone 10 released, no presentation, make 100,000 copies. That's fine. People like it because I guess the price is good. It does not have the craziest benchmark, but that's fine. But it's selling, and it's selling fast, and we should be back up to 100 million in just a second, which will end this episode. The flip phone made us a lot of money. That's good. Now the next question is how to keep our empire running. Should we expand maybe the office? Should we build an OS? Should we become this giant corporate company? Should we build manufacturing? That's up to you. Depends on what you write in the comments. And then we will see you in the next episode with a lot of research points and 100 million in the bank.